All right, what is up? I am live. First, I'm going to do a review. Depends how long that review goes. I don't know whether I'm going to cut this video off and start another one. I just don't know yet. But let's just start off the review. Today, I'm going to review the SOI X. It's an older device. It really is. It's an older mech mod and RDA combined system. I was sent this by Josh Main to do a video on, and it's getting a lot older now. You can still pick them up, I think, at a discounted price, and they are awesome devices. So to start this off, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I know about SOI, Sub-Ohm Innovations. So, I don't know, 3 years ago, when I was really getting deep into vaping, the Kennedy came out. Kennedy was starting to put out mods and stuff, and the Kennedy was like the best vaping RDA. They started putting out mods, and mods were very big. Mechanical mech mods were very big. I hadn't purchased a real mech mod at the time yet. I would either get a clone or I would get a box mod. I never purchased I don't know if you could call them a high-end, but they're kind of in the middle. They're not a cheap mech mod. They were made in America at the time. They were high price. For instance, when I bought the first SOI, Sub-Ohm Innovation RDA, it was 22 millimeter. Everything was 22 millimeter. The Goon wasn't even out yet. So the SOI RDA was a 22 millimeter bottom up airflow, so like the Kennedy, it was like the Kennedy, but Sub-Ohm Innovations are very I don't want to say influential, but they are very innovative in the vape community. So they took some ideas from the Kennedy and they took the posts and they made them bigger. Now this isn't the exact drip tip that came with it. This is a 528 Customs drip tip from the Monster tank, but I just put it on there because it fits in the box. So Sub-Ohm Innovations came out with this 22 millimeter RDA. I purchased this 22 millimeter RDA when I purchased this mech mod for the first time. My first authentic mech mod that wasn't the Fu Hatton. The Fu Hatton was kind of authentic, but it was also a clone. So I purchased the VCM, which was a 22 millimeter mech mod. It's like a 23 with this Sub-Ohm Innovations RDA. All right, so Sub-Ohm Innovations, instead of putting the tubes at the bottom and it would go through, what they did was The cap will not come off this RDA like a regular cap would. All right. What this did was you pop off the top section. The airflow's here. You could close the airflow like that. But like I said, it is bottom up airflow. And you push the RDA up through. Okay. Now I have another version you're going to see. So if you don't see the deck, that's fine. I forgot to take the cotton out of this. I prepped everything else. And you can see the airflows there. I'm going to show you another RDA that's a lot like it anyway. All right. So this was 22 millimeter. I bought this and the VCM. The VCM hit hard as hell. This is from Vapor's Cloud. All right. The same people that make the Buddha, and they make a lot of things. Still to this day, they make stuff. I purchased this setup and I loved it so much. The second week I owned it, I left it on the fucking train. I went out and I purchased both of them again. This RDA was about $70. That was cheap. The mech mod was about $90. That was a cheap mech mod as well. After I bought them again, they were still my favorite setup. So this is my second of both these, the VCM and the Sub-Ohm Innovations. Now, after a little bit of the 22 millimeters kind of fading out, when the Goon came out, 24 millimeters became big. So what Sub-Ohm Innovations did was they put out the same RDA in 24 millimeter. So that's why I don't mind that you didn't just see that. So they put out this RDA in 24 millimeter. And it came just like, it came in this box, and it came without this in there. It came without that pin on there, and it came stacked like that. It was a RDA, and same thing, you would push up. Everything else is the same, just this is 24 millimeter, and there was one other trick. All right. So it has the bottom airflow. I have coils in this one too. Jesus. It has bottom airflow with 2 posts. And in fact, I can take these coils out. I'm not too worried about that. So let me pop this coil out of here because it is actually a single coil. They came out with this 24 millimeter that was just like the 22. And guess what? I fucking loved it too. I love the 24. I love the 22 for a long time. Actually, still to this day, it still might be my top 10 favorite vaping atomizers. If I were to put together a top 10 vaping atomizer, it would probably be the Sub-Ohm Innovations. And that's what I always talk about the, look how clean that deck is. It's just 2 posts, 2 airflow. If you want to do single coil, you see how it's threaded inside? You just put an Allen key in there, which they give you. They give you an Allen key that goes inside of one of the holes, and you could do single coil. All right, and then the air comes up from the bottom and travels through the holes. All right, very innovative. And then on top of all that innovation, what they did was hybrid mods were coming out. Hybrid is a mod and an RDA in one. The Ruby came out. The Ruby is a Kennedy mod that was just one piece. The RDA was on top of the mech mod. So what they did was they made this interchangeable. You could take the bottom off of the RDA. It's threaded. You could add a little copper piece, and you could throw it onto your, well, first of all, you could put the cap on first. You could throw it onto your mech mod that you bought from Sub-Ohm Innovations. So I bought the mech mod as well. Now, these together, they were kind of pricey. It was, I believe, $160 for the mech mod and $90 for the RDA. But if you got them together the same color, you would get a shorty mech mod that took an 18650, and it was the hardest hitting mod at the time. Between this and like a Kennedy, it was the hardest hitting mod, just believe me. Why was it the hardest hitting mod? And it also had the best button. because it was a hybrid device. It was all in one piece. Nothing's in the middle of the RDA and the battery to make contact, but the button was also really awesome. And you'll see more innovation here. They were the first people to do this. Remember this, the first people to do this. They had this little clutch system in the button, which was just 4 triangles that would open up on this little triangle piece. And when that makes contact, it fires. If anybody knows the mech mod that I bought after this one, this was my favorite mech mod. And it wasn't until the broadside came out. Now, if you were with me since the beginning of this channel, you would know I fucking loved my broadside. Loved it. And a lot of the reason was because it was the same exact button as the SOI. So the SOI, to me, is one of my favorite mech mods of all time. This setup right here, one of my favorites. The biggest downfall of this was the paint job. Now, you don't see, now you could see it, but you probably don't see it when I'm like this. You're like, dude, that's nice. Why don't you still use it? It's good. It still works fine. It does. I probably could still use this. The paint job is the biggest issue with this. Their paint jobs were horrible. You're not supposed to paint over copper, but this is a copper mech mod with silver contacts. Josh Main sent me, I don't know if it has silver contacts in there now. Josh Main sent me silver contacts to put into this. So I'm extremely thankful for that, because I think next week I'm going to do a polished build on Saturday, and I think I'm also going to sand this down at the same time. So I think that's what we're going to do next week. We're going to sand this down to copper, because Josh Main sent me something else that is extremely awesome. So SOI and me go back, way back. I love SOI. So I guess I was talking about this one day, and Josh Main was like, did you ever try the SOI X? I never tried the SOI X. I've heard good things. Sure, I've heard good things. I'm looking for one sec before I keep going. What did I do? So, in all, I have these 3 old SOIs, but I also bought another RDA that I lost. I still have the box. Right here, actually. So I think it's safe to say that I like Sub-Ohm Innovations, right? I love me some Sub-Ohm Innovations. Josh Main sent me more than this. One of the things is kind of irrelevant for the video, but Josh Main sent me these SOI products and another thing, but that it's a sleeve for a different mech mod, so that's kind of irrelevant for this video. So they're definitely a cloud chaser RDA that you get good flavor off of. That's what I took away from this one. Awesome mod, cloud chaser. You'll see these in cloud comps. That's what they like to do, cloud comps and stuff. Awesome. So today we're going to be looking at the first, or the SOI X. I'm going to show you what that's all about. A lot of similarities with that. There are downfalls to it. There are. I just think that this one and this one should have been interchangeable. I think they should have made it interchangeable, and they didn't. And that's a big downfall for me. There's other things that are a downfall with this. It's a beautiful mod. It works great. There's downfalls. There definitely is downfalls. If you could get this for a cheap price, like for the mod under 100, for the RDA under 60, if you can get the whole setup for 150, 160, it's a fucking steal. So that, I'm just going to put that out there right now. Great mod and stuff, but I think I almost feel like they took steps back. I really do. So let's do it. So first off, we have the mod. The mod is fairly simple, okay? It comes in this box, and it's just the mech mod. Now, just like it's just a black mech mod, it's got a killer button on there, you see? And you could open that button with tweezers if you have to. You just put tweezers in here and kind of spin it out. All right, but this is a very different button from the other one, okay? Because it's just different. It's just a different button, and I'm not sure if I like that much. I'm not sure if I do. Does it hit hard? Yes. Is it a copper button that's big and nice? Yes. I guess being different's not too bad. Now, it does have plastic in there, so if your battery wrap is bad, you know, you're okay. But the threads on this are super nice threadings, and the button is awesome looking at that. It goes in so easily. I'm not even putting any force on that, and it goes in. You could put any millimeter RDA on this. Now, this is a 24. So let's say if I were to put a 20, is it a 24? No, it's 25 millimeter. I'm sorry. This is a 25 millimeter mod. So if I wanted to put my flat line on there, it would match nicely. Now, I do notice that this thing has paint issues as well. Okay, it does have paint issues as well. Also, this is a stainless steel mech. They don't only offer stainless steel, but let me just put this out there right now. If you're going to buy a mech mod and you want the one that hits the best, if you want a mech mod that hits the best, then you should go for copper or brass. Okay? Stainless steel is going to hit the least out of all three of these. Stainless steel, brass, copper. That's how it goes. Stainless steel hits the least hardest, brass hits the second hardest, and copper hits the hardest. Copper stinks though. Brass is the happy medium for me. I love brass mech mods. Okay, so this is a hybrid device, which means there's nothing in the middle here. But what I do like is they have this Delrin cap. So if my battery is a little shedded, it doesn't matter. It's going to be still safe. So the whole thing has safety precautions in here, which I love. I'm going to put this battery in right now and leave it in there. All right. And it does hit hard for a stainless. It's a hybrid device. Most hybrid devices hit harder than non-hybrid devices. So you got that. And then you're going to tighten down this button. And when you fire, you're going to get your vapors. Okay? So, pretty simple mech mod. What makes this mech mod nice is that it's so clean, it's so flat, and in addition, they put out another 25 millimeter RDA. That's a lot like the looks of the first one I showed you. And it does kind of the same thing. And we've seen the Dreamer do this. The Dreamer has the Ardent that goes on top of it. So this is the Sub-Ohm Innovations. Okay. It's got this nice drip tip. All of them came with that drip tip. You could see they all have that, like, and it's a nice drip tip. And just so you know, it has an O-ring on the inside that grabs the drip tip, which is fine. But after a while, it doesn't grab drip tips very good. Like, it's just going to fall. Watch when I just grab the drip tip. It just falls. But if you have a drip tip like this, like a Trinity glass that has O-rings on it, you see it's got, you probably don't see that. It's got O-rings on it. If you use that, first of all, it's going to grab on there nice, and it's going to look fucking sharp. Very nice. Okay. Now, unlike the first one, you don't push this up to take it out. It comes out like a regular RDA. It's got 4 air holes. All right. 4 airflow slots. Okay. It's got that thing at the bottom, which I'll show you what that does in a minute. All right. But let me see. Where's my thing? I guess I could just use this. So if I want to pop this out, we're going to see the deck is a bit different. Pop the cap off, and you're going to have this here. So there is concaveness going on in there. It's going to be hard to see because it's black. And you have 2 big old posts, and it's got like this bar inside. That's the wrong nailing key. It's got this bar inside, and you open up the screw, and that bar will actually go up And you can put your coil in there, and then the whole bar is going to close on your coils. All right, it's got a pretty deep juice well, which is better than the first one. The first one didn't have too much of a juice well, but it also did have a juice well. But it's not bottom airflow. And this is one of the things I think they took a step back, because that bottom airflow was fucking sweet. I love that bottom airflow. But these posts are arguably better. Okay, these are probably better posts than the first one. But the airflow, I think they gave up on the bottom airflow. Whatever. Now, with this, it's the same, because let me show you something first of all. So on the first one, on the first Sub-Ohm Innovations, to take the RDA apart, you had to do a couple things. And this is where they kind of fixed stuff on this second one. So on the first one, you had to get this thing. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know where the other piece is, but anyway. On the first one, you would take this copper pin off. If I wanted to put this back to regular, you would take this. I'm going to have to open this. Anyway, you would put this on there, and this is how you would open it, with this little round thing. And you would twist this off with the round thing, so it wasn't hard to take off. And that's fine. That's all good and dandy. But with this one, they added something pretty cool, which was they added this Sub-Ohm Innovations key. So you would take this key, you would hold the deck, and I'm tightening, so let me, am I loosening or tightening? I'm tightening now, and you would loosen that up. All right, and you would take this out. Now on the first one, not only would you take that out, but you would have to add a piece in there. You would have to add this copper piece. All right, and look how tarnished it is. This one, you don't even have to do that. Okay, all you do is you take the whole top piece off. All right, and you just throw this on. Okay, and now let me show you when it's all together. What? Look at that. Just look at that setup there. How beautiful is that? And it hits hard. It's going to hit harder if it's not stainless, but it hits hard. All right. And then let's just see the other one. Let's see if I put it together. What's it going to be like? They're probably damn near the same size. This one's a tad bit shorter, just a little bit shorter. Now, these are both 18650. Okay, both 18650. Now, like I said, if I sanded this down, this would be all copper. Now, Josh Main also sent me over this, and he said that I could just keep this one, which is awesome. He sent over, and I cleaned it today, and I just want to show you something about copper stuff. He sent me over the same one as the black one, but it's copper, all right, a copper RDA. I just polished this today. I dried it off. I did everything you're supposed to do. And this is the reason why I don't like copper, because I spent time cleaning this. And look it, I still have like these little like watermarks and stuff. Like I cleaned it, I dried it, I put it through a dry cycle, all that stuff. All right. And this is why I just don't fuck with copper that much. Today, I'm going to put a build in this one, a regular build, and I'm going to vape this one and tell you what I think. I already vaped it before, but what I am going to tell you is the bottom airflow is just better. It's just better. Bottom airflow is better. Side airflow is good. bottom airflow is better. Okay, so I'm going to put, I have a set of coils I can put in here now, and then after I put that set in and we vape it a little bit, we're going to put a build in here for Josh Main to send it back, but we're going to do a badass build in here. You know, that's going to be our build for today. We're going to do something staggered, probably corrugated. It's going to be pretty badass, and we're going to throw that in here for Josh Main and send it back over to him so he waits no longer for his stuff. All right. So I hope y'all are ready to see. Let me see if we can do this. So here's the copper one that I'm going to throw a build in for myself. All right. And what I have here is I have some Fralians. They're basically, what are these called? These are basically, I forget what they're called. Armored aliens, armored Fralians, 8-ply, 0.3, 29 gauge stainless steel 36 with stainless steel 38 as the wrap, and I got 2 of them bad boys, and I accidentally wrapped them on a 3.5 bit, but that's okay. That's okay. They're 5 wrap, and that's what I have now. So these coils I'm going to install and vape myself, and we're going to build some badasser coils for Josh's. Okay, so all I need is my Allen key. This thing is so easy to install in. I'm going to take my Allen key. I'm going to smack it around like that. I'm going to take it again. I'm going to flick it off a little bit. All right. And then kind of flip it up. And my boxes are going to go up like that. When I put the coil in, shit is shiny. Maybe it could stop being so shiny. There you go. All right, and I'm going to take one of these coils, and I'm going to install it in here. And that box pretty much just, the box on the inside of the things just pretty much moves up by itself. So I'm going to install this coil. I'm going to hold it close to the posts. I'm going to take some close cutters. I'm going to cut these flush. All right. And then I could pop this one out. And then I'm going to take the other coil. And I'm going to install him. Hold it close to the posts. And I'm going to flush cut these. I'm going to leave him in there. I'm going to take the other coil. And I'm going to install him in there as well. And I got both coils inside. And I'm going to crank one of these down and then crank the other one down. And it gets really good connection like this, okay? And then I'm gonna straighten out my coils, pull them off of the post so they're not touching. Straighten out this one, pull it off the post so it's not touching. All right. And that's what I got. You see, even the bottom of the deck's still a little dirty, and I washed all this stuff. That's just why I don't fuck with copper. All right, but it looks good, and it's going to be fun to build in and stuff. I didn't polish the deck. I only polished the cap and the bottom, the front of the bottom. And it looks good. I polished a bunch of stuff today. All right, so now that that's in, what we're going to do is we're going to heat up this stainless steel. We're going to get all the hot spots out. And how I like to do that is with a regulated device. I don't really like to pull stuff on mechanical mods. I just don't think it's smart for a bunch of reasons. So I'm going to get 2 batteries here. And I'm going to put them inside of this box mod. I think I'm going to X out this video and come back after this review's done. And we're just going to build at that point. And I'm going to get this RDA on top here. Now that's the thing, is if you want to pulse these on a box mod, you have to put that bottom piece on, right? So it is reading at a 0.09 now, and I got 26 watts, 0.09. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep pulsing at the 26 watts. And I'm going to kind of straighten them out. And I'm going to make sure they're not touching the posts. All right. And I actually even kind of spread the wraps out because it's stainless steel. It's going to be much quicker if I stretch the wraps out and they're not touching each other. All right, so soon I should be getting there. They are. I'm going to get colors with only 26 watts. It's going to heat up. I'm going to get colors. And as long as they're heating from the middle, and they are, and I don't see any hot spots, I'm good to go. Because I spread out them wraps aren't touching, just by a little bit even, I'm good to go. I'm done. I'm not heating it up anymore. I'm good to go. Still a 0.9. Perfect. We're going to wick it up. Now, Scott has sent, oh, one more thing. This little box, right? This little box, another cool thing that Sub-Ohm Innovations does. Remember I told you that they're kind of a cloud chasers kind of deal. So they have these chuff caps. So this is the real cap, and this is the chuff cap. This brass one's the chuff cap. And you could put that on there. And look at that shit. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And it's just a chuff cap. Bigger opening if you want to shoot out more vapors. There you go. All right. But I think I'm going to set up this onto the mech mod for today. Okay, until we build the other one. All right. So Scott has sent over some of this holy fiber. I have tried it out in one of my RDAs. It's good shit, man. I can't say that it's not. It's good cotton. It's got like all these different things going on with it than regular cotton. I'm not much of a thinker like that, so I don't know what the hell is going on with it. But these are 3.5 millimeter coils. Now, listen, this is going to be my video too. Listen. It kind of does the same thing that real cotton does. It makes that little sound. I think you know what I mean. Like if you were to take a real cotton ball and the fibers kind of feel the same, only this is straight, okay? So I'm going to take a bunch of cotton, since this is a 3.5 millimeter, and I'm just going to wick it just like I would wick anything else, really. There ain't really nothing special going on here. I'm just going to wick it, make sure it touches the bottom of the deck, and we're going to use this new cotton that I got from Scott from Holy Fiber. And so far, it's pretty damn promising. This will be the second RDA that I install some of this Holy Fiber into. I think Holy Fiber is more of a overseas deal right now, but I think you can get it in the US. I just think that they're made in the UK or in France or something like that. It's good cotton though. I don't ever really have bad cotton problems is my issue. Is like I never met a piece of cotton I didn't get along with, you know what I mean? So, I mean, does it seem like it's better than other cottons? It does. I can't say that I've had problems with other cottons. That's the only problem, you know? So if this is in a store near you, I would pick it up. But I have to spend more time with it in order to tell you, hey, you should search out this cotton, you know? It kind of depends who you are. It kind of depends how good are you at dripping. Are you somebody that gets a lot of dry hits? Then this cotton's probably for you. I don't get a lot of dry hits. I just don't. I'm just not that guy. Okay? So, but lots of people that use it swear by it, so I'll put that out there. Now I just got to put my cotton in. Make sure it's away from the bottom of my coils. This stuff is super fluffy, I'll tell you that. I just want to make sure that this cotton touches the bottom of the deck. And what am I vaping right now? I don't even know what I'm vaping right now. I really don't know. There's them coils. Boom, boom. All right. What am I vaping? I guess I'm vaping. What's in that one? That's that. What's the other thing I'm vaping? All right. We're going to do per consequence. We're going to do that. And I'm just going to drip. Let me show you how this break-in is. It kind of sucks it up damn near right away. It's not like one of them things where it kind of drips away from the cotton the first time. Not a lot of break-in time at all. When it sucks in right away, that's not a lot of break-in. Like there's some cottons where it kind of drips off of it at first and you have to give it heat, you know? But this, it'll almost bead off of the cotton. But this, it seems like it sucks up fairly quickly. Have I seen other cottons that suck up quicker? Yes, I have. But this is pretty much medium. Not medium. Better than average for premium cotton. All right, I'm just going to give it some heat. Let it suck some of this juice in. Just a little bit of heat. I'm still at 26 watts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this RDA. We're going to put the cap on. Make sure that those holes line up with the coil. Which this doesn't have a notch to line it up or anything. This is older than that even. That's like a new thing that they do. This is even older than that. All right. And then we're going to take the RDA off of the mod. We're going to get the key. We're going to untwist this piece from here. And we're going to see how hard a 0.9 with a fresh battery, fresh build, hits on this mech mod in hybrid. Now it's stainless to copper. It's going to be pretty good. All right. Let me get some more juice on here, and we're going to see how this thing goes. There's a lot of juice on here already. All right. it's firing very quick. But it's not popping a whole lot, but that's because the cotton's kind of doing its job. I wicked it pretty tight. Let's just put it that way. And I'm going to rock this with 3 holes open, and I'll tell you what I think. I haven't vaped this in a while. I haven't vaped this RDA in a while. All right? So let me tell you. This isn't the first time. Okay, this cotton, there's something that happens in the beginning. This isn't the first time this happened either. There's a little bit of a dry taste in the beginning. This is a Cloud Chaser's RDA, man. It's a Cloud Chaser's RDA. It's a Cloud Chaser setup. Very cloudy. Very cloudy. Now, this is where I have a problem with this RDA, mostly. And that is with flavor. The first one was way better. The first one, the flavor was so fucking good. This one, it's side airflow. It's not even as good as the Goon. It's not. This vape's good. It's very cloudy. Very, very cloudy. If you're going to cloud comps, perfect. It's going to give you so much air. Let me put it down to 2 airflow slots and see. Because I got it at 3 right now, and it's cloudy as all fuck. And it's got 4 holes. Whatever happens on one side, happens on the other. It's got 4 holes. Two air holes is a lot better. It's still not as good. This first one, that bottom airflow was so fucking good. I don't know why they didn't stick with it. I can't imagine for the life of me why they didn't stick with it. I guess it's just so they have a bottom and they have a top. Another thing I can't imagine is, why didn't they let me put this one on top of this one? Why can't I put this RDA on top of this mod? If they would be able to do that, it would make this so much more impressive. It would make it so much more worth the money. As a setup, it's awesome. It's really good. When you had this one before, you're like, well, this one's better. I just think this one's better. I kind of like the button's nice on this one. It is. I like the button on this one better. I like the airflow on this one better. This one's a little shorter. It's a little, the paint job isn't going to be as bad. This paint job was bad. This was a bad paint job. They should never put that on copper. You can't put paint on top of copper. It'll never stay. Anybody ever try to paint the copper in their basement white? You ever notice what happens? It fucking comes off. It always comes off. It never looks good. It comes off. It doesn't adhere, and it just chips off. Especially when it gets hot. When it gets hot, it's going to come off. It vapes good. Not as good as that one. All in all, it's a good setup. It's very well made. I think the first one was better. I just think the first one was better. This button's super cool. This looks better. Let's just say that. This one looks better. It looks better. I hate it when companies don't let you interchange shit. I don't like that shit at all. I think it's technically a money grab. I don't like that at all. What if I can't afford both? What if I like the first RDA and I like the second mod? Because that's kind of the situation I'm in. Is I like this mod. It's the RDA on the other one that I like a lot more. What if I'm in that, like, it seems like, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you let me interchange stuff? It's like companies that have two 24 millimeter RDAs that you can't switch the caps on. That just doesn't make sense. Most Twisted Messes caps fit each other. Most Goon caps fit each other. Like the Goon LP and the Goon regular, they fit each other. If you had a company that put out all this shit and they all interchanged, imagine the possibilities. What if you put out 3 mods and they all interchanged? You could mix and match, and then they go and switch up the colors as well. Like the colors don't even match either. It's just that I guess it's a nitpicky thing, but it's something I think about. It always seems it's like a sub-ohm tank putting out another sub-ohm tank, and the coils can't interchange each other. That's the biggest money grab in vaping history that there is. When a company has 5 different sub-ohm tanks and 3 different types of coils that go in. That's some bullshit. Make them interchangeable. What if I like this tank and I like this coil? I can't put them together. Come on. Like, aren't we supposed to be friends? Isn't this community supposed to be good? Aren't we supposed to be good to each other? Help us interchange shit, dude. I even think separate companies should be able to interchange. Like, like Trinity Glass Company, you could put a Trinity Glass cap on a Twisted Messes on a dot mod. You could do you could put a Twisted Messes cap on a dot mod. Like, why aren't all 24 millimeters RDA? For the most, I know all of them can't because some are bottom airflow, some are side. I get that. But if they're all side airflow, how come we can't just interchange all of them? Like, come on. You can't fucking help us out here? What if I like the Twisted Messes cap, but I like the fucking the Anglo RDA deck? Well, just for instance. What if I like the Dead Rabbit deck, but the Goon cap? Why can't I put the Goon cap on the goddamn Dead Rabbit? It should be able to be done, and it can't. So that's just one of the things that I think's happening here. It just seems like if you want our setup, you got to buy both. Even if you're a good customer and you bought the first setup, the whole first setup, that gets you nothing. You got to buy the whole second setup. Like, help me support your company. Maybe I would have bought a Sub-Ohm Innovations new mod if you let me put the RDA on top of the new mod. What the fuck? It just seems like a cash grab. It makes no sense either. It's not like it's not possible. It's absolutely possible. The only problem is this one's male and this one's female. Like, what the fuck? I might be able to put them. You can't even. That's another thing. You can't even fucking stack them. What if I want to stack device and I have 2 of them? I can't even fucking stack them. They're not even the same threads. That makes no sense. They accept the same exact battery. They're the same height. They're the same width. But they don't twist into each other? What the fuck is going on, guys? Come on. Help a brother out. What the fuck? And they're going to say, oh, well, you could just not make it a hybrid and put it on there. Fuck that. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? You offered me a hybrid device. Why would I make it taller? Come on. And make it hit less hard. So that's just how I fucking think. That's just how I think. It's an awesome device. It's aggravating when you have the first one. If you never had the first one, you would love this one. But if you have the first one, you know? If you could get this whole setup, if you could get the mod and the RDA for under $150, it's worth it. If you can't, I would pass it up, quite honestly. And you couldn't when it first came out. You couldn't, but it's older now. If you could pick it up for a steal, I would get it. I would. It's nice. I like the clean look. You'll never notice. You'll notice with me. This is about as crazy as I get with a mod. The Dreamer. All these ripples and diamonds coming out of it. I don't like that. I like the clean look. Every mod you see that I've bought, I didn't even buy this one. Any mod you will see that I bought, Where's the other one? It is, where is it? It's a flat look. There's no dents in it. There's no like, they're all flat looks. All of them are just flat mod. That's all. I like the clean look, you know? So that's just my 2 cents. So that is it. Wow, this video took forever. I don't think they're out of business, are they? I don't think they're out of business right now. Unless they are. I know Josh Main was telling me that you could buy them still on the website. So I don't think they're out of business. But they fucking deserve to be. They fucking deserve to be. Fucking, I hope their family starves. No, not at all. I enjoy the company. I think they're super innovative. I think that they gave a lot to the vape industry because look at the broadside, man. The broadside idea is straight from Sub-Ohm Innovations button. Nobody could even argue that. They seen that button and they said, wow, if we had this button with that, it'd be awesome. That's what happened. So I've said my piece with that. And that's about it, man. My 2 cents is worth $1.50. Thank you very much. But yo, Josh Main, thank you so much for sending it over. Thank you for the extras that you said I could keep. I am going to put them silver contacts in probably next week. I think we're going to do that. I wanted to do a polished build very soon. So I think we're going to do a polished build next weekend. And I think I'm also going to try to strip. I'm going to try to strip the silver off of this, and it's going to leave it at a copper mod. That copper mod should match this copper RDA. All right. So I don't know if you're here right now, Josh Main, but what's that? Thank you. And I'm going to send them back as ASAP as possible. Now, I'm wondering if it's even worth it. I'm not doing nothing. I'm staying right here. We're just going to all stay right here. Now, what's up with everybody doing a show on Saturday at 5:30? Don't they know I'm on? What the fuck? How about this? Stay away from my fucking time. Nobody ever done that time. Nobody ever did that time. Oh, Nick Devine seems really successful over there on Saturdays at 5:30. Let's do that. Dude, stay away from my fucking time before I make you stay away from my fucking time. I'm going to show you it's going to be a bad idea. I'm going to show you. Don't fucking do it. Do another fucking time, dude. I asked for 2 hours out of the weekend. Stay away from my fucking time, people. The fuck? Jesus Christmas. Fucking Joe Rogan. Yo, dude. You got every other fucking day of the week. Stay away from my fucking time, dude. The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck? Everybody wants to go on at 5:30 now. Fucking ghost hunting son of a bitch right over here. I'm ghost hunting some fun. So fucking Dustin Poirier lost. I'm super sad, man. Super fucking sad. Oh, I almost cried, dude. Seriously. I almost cried. Khabib's better than what we thought. Let's just put it that way. Khabib is better than what we thought. That motherfucker. But Dustin Poirier, Paul Felder won though. Philly guy won. Dustin Poirier lost. Why did he lose weight? Why the fuck did he lose weight? Come in, big as fuck, and punch that fucking guy in his fucking head and knock him out. Why did you lose weight? You couldn't make it 5 rounds? You've been fighting 5 rounds for fucking... Dude, don't lose weight. Be bigger. Be bigger. It's the smallest I've ever seen him. The smallest. He's usually wide and bigger than everybody else, and now he's fucking small. Dude, is Frank Einstein here? Did you go to MMA holes, Frank Einstein? Let me know. I think you did. Maybe he's still watching them. So, let's build some coils. Man, I hope I got enough time to build these coils. Shit. The SOI the review was a bad idea. Because I'm going to have to eat. We might have to take a break this show. I don't know. We might have an intermission. Because I'm going to have to eat some fucking dinner. Where's my mom? Where's my mom? This house is clear. Fucking poltergeist. Let's build some fucking coils. So what I'm going to do, I know exactly what I'm going to build too. So don't worry about that. We're going to build some fucking coils. Vaping with Twisted 420 has returned. This thing's loud. That one was loud too, though, I think. I think this one was pretty loud. Yeah, I remember that one. Turbulence. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build coils that are fairly big to put into this RDA. So we got to put coils into the Sub-Ohm Innovations. It's a 2-post, pretty big. And it's gone. There it is. So I'm going to attempt to find my 0.4. So this is what we're putting in. Sub-Ohm Innovations, right? Same one I just put the Fralians in. And I'm going to attempt to find whatever it is I'm looking for, which is, here it is. We're going to take some 0.4 ribbon. I hope I have more of this. I think I do. Unless, did I use it all up? Nah, I didn't use it all up. I couldn't have used it all up. All right, I think I used it all up. There he is. There you go. I got some 0.4 ribbon. I'm actually going to do cam fault at first. And I'm going to do, I'm going to do ribbon frames. I'm going to stagger them. Staggered ribbon frames at first. Okay? I hope that you will enjoy. 4 pieces, staggered, cut in half frames. Okay? If I have to cut them in half and make frames, I need 8 inches, 16 inches. If I need 16 inches, I need to bring out 32 inches, fold them in half. I got my 16. Stagger them up, cut them in half. I got 2 8s. My 2 8s will be my frames. So I need 2 pieces at 32 inches of 0.4 ribbon. Doesn't matter what kind. I have kidney puncher KA1. And I'm going to get out my tape measure. And what is up, everybody? Let me do this. Oh, we're going to have music today, too, just in case you were wondering. If you were like, man, I wonder if Nick's going to have music today. There's going to be so much music when I'm fusing and stuff. You're not even going to be able to handle it, okay? So, let me go here. let me get my chat, StreamYard. Get my chat again. Let me go to live chatting. That. And let me get my participants. Big G Coils, what's up? Bones the Skater, Dave R, what's up? Don Corleone, Jerry Lawrence, Josh Main, Kim Dixon, what's up? Mighty Zoidberg, what's up? Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rodrigo, Steve Muller, and WIV Coils. Let's do it. I'm not eating dinner at Kim's. Me neither. You and me both, pal. You and me both. But if I was in the South, the deep South, and I was invited over for dinner, I'd eat dinner there, but I'm not eating dinner there tonight. Okay. I'm going to take my needle noses. Oh, no. I'm going to take my tape measure. Oh, so you people like Harry Potter, huh? I've watched Harry Potter a couple times. My little brother used to like it a lot. But man, it's good. It's not the best. Okay? It's not the best. I'd much rather watch like Lord of the Rings or everything else. No, not everything else. But Harry Potter's good, but it's not all that in a bag of potato chips, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So you could take that how you want to take it. I'm giving it to you. You can throw it back. I don't care. I'm probably not going to catch it. Okay. So I got 32 inches of 2 pieces of ribbon, 2.4 pieces of ribbon. I'm going to get them together right there. I just kind of push them together. And I'm going to grab the other end like this with both my hands. I'm going to fold in half like so. And if you see me stack ribbon before 10 times, if you see me stack it 10 times before, then you've seen me stack it 1,000,000 times before. Let's just put it that way. I have stacked a lot of ribbon in my day. And wrapping them up. So I got a loop right here. I'm going to run my fingers down a couple times. And the second time, I'm going to get the end and cut them all the same size and cut any nasty shit off. I want only straight pieces all the way down to the bottom. I don't even want a little bend at the end here. I want straight pieces all the way down. And then I have this water squonk. I'm going to put water on my fingers. I'm going to do that a couple times. And the water is going to get all over the ribbon. And it's going to kind of glue them together. And they'll get all straightened out. Take my fingers down about an inch or so. I'm going to take some 40 gauge. And again, I'm going to wrap this ribbon up about 5 times. Yeah, guys, just so you know, I'm probably definitely going to have an intermission in this video, which means for them people that don't know what an intermission is, because you didn't grow up in my neighborhood, what an intermission means is it basically means I'm going to quit halfway through. Now, It means that at 7:30, I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm going to shut off the video. I'm going to eat dinner and come back up and finish it. This bill is going to take longer than 7:30. I already know that. Because what I'm going to do is going to be fucking epic, dude. Fucking epic. We were on a break. Fucking Ross. Fucking clown. You fucking married that bold bitch. You fucking dickhead. You had Jennifer Aniston. You went and fucked it up. Now you're a fucking giraffe. Look at you. Fucking look at you. Fucking Geller. Fucking Ross Geller. Now you're a fucking giraffe. You Madagascar piece of shit. You gotta blow some vape on it. It'll cool the glue faster. This is loud. Everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna go live. Let's see, Saturday at 5:30. Let's do Saturday at 5:30. You know, fuck you. Everybody in the world knows that's my time. Fucking jerks. I'm gonna show you. A couple months, you're gonna be like, I don't know why, but Saturdays at 5:30 was a bad idea. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I shouldn't have went up against the ghost hunter guy. I shouldn't have went up against that contractor guy. That was a bad idea. Alex Fried Eggs, what's up? This is loud. I thought it was the way I wicked it, but now I'm just thinking that it's just a loud RDA. Very whistly. Listen. Cloudy is all hell. I'll tell you that. Okay. So now I need to find 40 gauge. And I need to find another 40 gauge, which I think is around here somewhere. 40 gauge. I know I had this. I could use this, I guess. Not usually my first choice. Unless this is it. Hold on. There it is. Okay. 40 gauge, 40 gauge. Two things of 40 gauge. Don't matter what kind. And I'm going to get my drill. I'm going to clear out my drill. And this thing, I'm going to wrap this up. I got this 0.2 ribbon here. Wrap them up. I can throw this out. What a mess. Jesus Christ. Slob. Clean that up. Clean that up, even though I don't really need to right now. Fuck this, I'm going to Rogan. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm about to go to Rogan myself. Why do you think I'm leaving at 7:30? I think I really got to eat. Okay. Steve, I've been watching a lot of spray paint videos, dude. I never graffitied in my life. But, dude, I've been watching, Rake 43 and Ghost. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, because I've been watching a lot of, like, art videos. And I've been watching, what's the art called? Like, weird art. Like, man. Like, what is it called? Piece by Piece. Okay. I'll check that out. Yeah, I've been enjoying the hell out of it. What is it called? What's art called that's weird? Like they just splatter paint on shit. Rogue One. I know, yeah, they talk about Rogue One and some of the things. What is it called? Abstract art. Very good, Alex. Abstract art. That shit's cool too. And then there's one guy that does abstract spray painting on little pallets, and he sells them in New York. He does it like right there. Whoo. Dude, some people are talented. I just been like it. It's good to just watch them and like I just zone out, like, because they're good 10-minute videos, and 10-minute videos are awesome. Like just ones that you don't even have to listen to. Just put some music on and watch some art, bitch. Yeah, my buddy Bobby Ross. That's another good one, man. Mr. Bob Ross. I watch Bob Ross, dude. I'm a Bob Ross watching motherfucker. And that's a quote straight from him. Okay. Got 40 gauge. In here, baggy method for parallel claptoning. Now, this is so far. I mean, you see me do this 10 times. You see me do it 1,000,000 too. When I pull it, it'll spin. Now, this is going to be my frames. It's very important that this frame is staggered perfectly. I don't want to have to start zigzagging all crazy with this thing. So I want this stagger to be perfect. I'm about to try to do all this in reverse. No, we're going to do it in forward. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera up. We might even put some music on now. And I'm going to get one of my 40 gauges and drop it between my legs. On the other side of my knee. And I'm going to take both 40 gauges here. And I'm going to wrap them clockwise around the wire. And I call this back wrapping when, you know, this would be going forward, right? When I start doing it, it would be going forward. So I'm kind of back wrapping it onto the wire just so it locks on. I just want it to stay on there. You got to do something to get it on there. So this is what I do. I back wrap it. I'm going to take the extra, cut it off, and then I could take these wires and I could just clap them a little bit just so they lock on even more. Okay. And now I'm going to show you close up what it looks like. And I'm probably going to get some music on and clap in this a little bit and just have you something to listen to while I'm boring, okay? Because this could get boring watching me use. If I could find my macro lens, that would be awesome. I just had it when I was reviewing, and now it seems to have disappeared, which is something a 12-year-old would say, or a 6-year-old would say. It disappeared. I don't know. It disappeared. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Get over it. Okay. Bob Ross is becoming big. Yeah, you ain't lying, dude. I see him everywhere. Every time I turn around, Bob Ross's face is there. You ain't fucking lying. Okay. Cut that one down. Let me get this. Let's do... I messed up. it's a ghost. I always have a ghost behind me, dude. It's one of them fan ghosts, man. Well, sometimes it moves behind me, too. I got the wrong ghost. Hold on. It might disappear. I don't know. Oh, shit! Disappear if you're scared of me, you fucking bitch ghost. What's up, Josh? Gotta be paranormal. Now, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. There's a couple mistakes in the beginning I'm wondering if I should just get rid of. I'm probably fine. Okay. I am not cutting anything off of this because I want to remember which way it's going. So I got this ribbon. Actually, let me show you. And it's all staggered up. Yeah, they got the spirit orbs. Yeah, the spirit orbs, or the piece of dust that's flying by the camera. That's a mistake there. So let me not show you that. So I got this staggered ribbon. 40 gauge over 4 pieces of 0.4. Okay. So there's that. Now, what I want to do is I want to make a corrugated piece of wire. All right. Get that off. So I'm going to get my paper quiller. Okay. And I'm going to get out about a 10-inch piece of wire of 0.4 canthol. So I'm going to get this out here. I'm going to cut it off. Don't make me cut it off. Okay. And then I'm going to put that piece of 0.4 canthol into the paper quiller, and it's going to bend it in such a way that it corrugates. Now you'll see that after I send it through, I damn near have a circle. And I need that shit straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from both ends. And I'm going to give it a little stretch. And that should straighten it out for the most part instead of having that circle. I'm going to lay that on the table. Then I'm going to get, now I have some stainless steel 0.4 here. All right. Stainless steel 0.4. And I'm going to get out 2 pieces of this, the same size as my staggered ribbon. 2 pieces right now. Get out 1 piece and cut it. Get out 2 pieces and cut it. I'm going to fold these in half. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to put them down for a sec. And I'm going to get out some of my 40 gauge. And I'm going to cut some of it off of the spool. So I got some 40 gauge here. I'm going to take the 2 pieces of 0.4 stainless steel. They're folded in half. I'm going to take some water. And I'm going to take the corrugated piece and put it right in the middle of these 2. Which I know you can't see because it's probably my background. I'm going to fold the 2 sides into the corrugated, but I'm going to make sure there's a space at the top. I don't want that corrugated all the way up at the loop. It needs room to move. Corrugated likes to collapse as it gets fused, which makes it move up. And if there's no room for it to move up, you're going to have problems because it's going to start coming out. So you need room for it to move. So now I'm going to wrap 40 gauge around all 5 pieces, the 4 frames and the corrugated. Whoa, whoa! What am I doing? Holy shit. Ah, did I just X out of my music? Damn it. Damn it! How do I undo that? I don't think I can. Hold on. What is this? Now, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to, and I can melt it later. What I'm going to do is heat up some hot glue. And I'm going to hot glue the top here. Now, I don't usually like to do this because of what I previously said about the corrugated moving. But I'm just going to put a little dab on it, and I'll heat it up later if it's a problem. And I'm pretty positive it's going to be a problem. But it's going to help me now. So, This is what I have right now. The bottom isn't prepped yet, but this is what I got here. Hold on, I'm sorry. The corrugated stops at the hot glue. All right. So I'm going to take this, run my fingers down. Wrap around some 40 gauge an inch down from that hot glue. Not too tight, but tight enough to keep everything together. I'm going to pinch that 40 gauge and slide it all the way down. Now, usually the corrugated likes to bounce out at this point. Yeah, it kind of did. It didn't go too bad, but it kind of did. That's okay. And now I'm going to put this loop into my swivel. I'm going to grab all this wire and kind of pull it lightly towards me. Not too much, but enough. Okay. Heat up some hot glue. A little dab right here. Let that dry as I pull. Now, you. Wow. What I want to do is I want to measure this and see how much I got. I got more than 8. Okay. Now, it's kind of time to put the frames on. So I got this all prepped up. The corrugated, when I pull it tight, it all comes together. But the corrugated kind of makes it bounce back when you don't pull it tight. That's okay. Now, the staggered frames. I'm going to measure the staggered frames where they're staggered. And it looks like I only got like 15¼ inches, which I don't know how that happened, but it did. So 7½, 7 5/8 is where I'm going to cut it. 7 5/8. All right. And now I have them together. Now the only other thing I like to do is I'm going to take this down here and strip it, because I want to make sure that when I put this frame on, I put it on the right way. You want the ribbon standing up. You don't want the ribbon laying down in this build. You want it standing up. So I'm going to make sure I bend the ribbon so I see which way it's standing up. And now I'm going to take this. Now, there was a post a little bit ago, I believe, by Alex Fried Eggs, where he attached 24 gauge to the swivel end because the ribbon stack was too big for his frames. What I like to do is I like to take my frames, get the loop here, and line up the loop with the top first. All right, so the loop is only a little bit bigger than the frames. And I'm going to get my frames. And I'm going to put them on the end here. Make sure they're standing up. Make sure they're pretty high up on the build. Are you kidding me? And then I'm going to take that 40 gauge and I'm going to wrap it up here. Now, most likely, I'm going to need to take this 40 gauge off, so don't go too crazy. Just enough to hold it together. And then after I wrap it about 10 times, I can cut it clean. And then I'm just going to walk my fingers down the build or slide them down the build. Should be fine. I'm going to go about 1.5 inches down. And I'm going to do another spaced 40 gauge wrap. Important that it's spaced so you don't mess up the spacing of your frames. And then I'm going to slide down another 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And I'm going to do another wrap. I'm doing it again. 1.5 inches, 2 inches down. And then I'm going to get down here at the end. Now you see my ribbon's bigger than my frames. And I'm just going to end up cutting that off anyway. Right now, I need to cut all that crap off. I left it a little long. And I'm going to get the end, and I'm going to wrap the hell out of the end. Not just 10 wraps. I'm going to wrap it quite a bit. Get it nice and secure, and I will hot glue this end as well. I just cut off the other hot glue that I put on the ribbon stack. Okay. I probably just wrapped it about 25 times. And this is what I got. So I cut the hot glue off of this end. And I got that. And it's prepped all the way down until a spaced wrap 40 that I left the ends on so I could take it off easily. And then I got about another 1.5 inches. And I got another space wrap. And then I got about another 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Another spaced wrap. And another 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And that's the end. All right. Now, I'm going to take my scissors and cut the end off. and I'm going to hot glue the end here. So you see it all looks like one piece, and that's what you want. Only 1.5 inches. That's all I need, Paul. That's all I need. How you doing, Mr. Casper? I see you. Crazy Coils is here. Stephen AKN1. I'm not sure if I said hi to you yet. You're usually always here. The people that are always here, I usually forget if I say their name or not, because I just always say their name. I feel like I say your name every day. So they're the people that I forget if I said hi to today or not, because I say hi to you every day. It's like, I eat breakfast today? I eat breakfast every day, but I actually forget if I ate breakfast. Of course you ate breakfast. Did I grab my keys? I always grab them off of that hook. That's no excuse, Big G. That's no excuse because I'm live every day. No fucking excuse. Okay. Now. I don't know what to do now. Now I don't know the rest. I have to go watch a video. I don't know the rest. So we are at 7:16. At 7:30ish, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I am gonna put a clip in the beginning of this because in the beginning is important. Now, I think I'm going to use the rainbow clamp because I got one, and I think it would be stupid not to at least try it. My rainbow clamp is sort of broken, but it still works. But that's why I don't always grab it. Another reason why I don't always grab it is because I want to show people that you don't need one. You don't need a rainbow clamp to do these builds. It just helps a little. You know, I could stick this into the middle of the drill and I'd be fine as well. More mistakes are bound to happen without it, but it only accepts one screw now. So that's kind of an issue. I'm going to get it into the rainbow clamp as center as possible. And I don't know, Big D might still have some of these clamps. They're pretty good. They do strip if you're not careful. And I think I was careful and it still stripped. So, I mean, they're good, but there's flaws. They're not, nothing's flawless, right? Nothing. Nothing in life is flawless. So I'm just going to tighten this down. Can it be fixed? It could. I could probably fix it somehow. It's just not important enough to me to fix it, I guess. I can never find the right Allen key for this thing either. This is it. There you go. We'll leave that out. All right, now I can put this into here. All right, so the goal for this build, the goal is to skip fuse because later I'm going to put frames on it again and fuse it in. So my goal right now is skip fuse all the way. David R., thank you. Hellbilly Hick is here. So let me catch a vape, and then we're going to fuse a little bit. I'm going to stop, take a break, because Joe Rogan's taking all my fucking watchers. Fucking piece of shit. That and a couple other guys. Who else is live? Let me see who the fuck else I got to fucking murder. So Joe Rogan, top of the list. Who else? Let me guess. Who else is live? Oh, heavy metal vapors on at 8 p.m. Okay. I don't know heavy metal vapors, so I can't really talk shit about them. But me and Joe Rogan, tight as shit. I like heavy metal vapor. He's cool. You got to watch yourself and talking shit about people because they do run back and tell. You think people don't run back and say something? They do. Anytime I ever said something bad about Jay Hayes, somebody ran back and told him. I know that for a fucking fact. You got to watch it with people these days. Do I give a fuck? No. But if you do give a fuck, don't say nothing. I'm just saying that right now. Because anybody that's ever said something about me, I've heard about it. Oh, they tell them. Oh, they tell them. Little cocksuckers. I think he still hates me for shit that I said, like, in my second video. I'm telling you. Oh, they say it. Oh, they do. I don't give a shit. If I said it, I fucking meant it. You got some people that hate you so much that they'll wait for you to say something wrong about somebody and go to them and tell them. I know what them Zoom rooms are about. Believe me, I stay out of them. Oh, hell yeah. I know how that shit works. That ghost, though. But believe me, I'm just letting people know I ain't fucking stupid. I am not fucking stupid. Wasn't born yesterday, and I grew up around a couple girls, and some of yous act like fucking girls. Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. Let's do... I'm going to do 40 gauge. I left the 40 gauge stainless steel on here. Which screws? I've lost a lot of screws in my day. Oh, yeah, I had them screws in my hand from the ghost video, yeah. It's just that's what I was saying the whole way to go find them. That somebody embezzled my screws. Where are my screws? Somebody has embezzled my screws. I think the ghost put, because nobody knew where they were. I asked 4 people. They should be on the windowsill. That's where I put them. They should be on the windowsill. I think the ghost put them on the shelf so he can make himself known that there was a ghost there, just so he could touch me on the back of the neck when I confronted him. That's what I think. You know? So I'm just going to twist this around a little bit to get the 40 gauge locked in. We're going to go up close. I'm going to be on for another 10 minutes. I'm going to cut this video off. Then we're going to have a dinner break, guys. You're going to eat dinner. I'm going to eat dinner. You're going to play with your kids. You're going to watch a little bit of fucking Looney Tunes. And we're going to come back and finish this up. Okay? Okay. 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 You see how the corrugated already wants to pop out? You got to fix that shit. You got to fix that shit early. Do not start fusing until you got that corrugated situated. If I have to move this clip up to here to get it situated, I will. That shit's got to be on point in the beginning. It cannot be all fudged up in the beginning, or it'll be very hard to get that shit back in. I think I'm actually going to put even another clip on this. Kim, don't make your plate until 7:30, please. Thank you. I don't want to hear I'm hungry again when I'm on again, okay? Because I ate so early. You wait until everybody eats, Kim. It's fucking rude. You're from the South. I thought you knew that. We sit at the dinner table like a fucking family. And you'll eat your fucking peas. one thing that ain't good about the music is, like, I go to pick a song and I try to pick like a long song so I don't have to change it every. So first of all, I'm stuck with any song that's long. And then when I look at the song's 3.5 minutes and I see I only got a little bit done, I'm like, what the fuck? How long is this thing gonna take? And it's already... I'm already going off on a zigzag. I don't know what that's about. I haven't even made it to a mistake yet. Why is the song not playing? It's like sometimes, I don't know. I'll finish that thought. Just started a sentence again, didn't finish it. I'm gonna try something. So, I don't know, man. It seems like what I was about to say is, it seems like I always do this thing where I'll do staggards a lot, and then I'll do aliens a lot. But when I don't do staggards for a while, these angle problems are a direct result of the beginning of the build. Either my parallel fuse wasn't tight enough, or maybe them reverse mistakes. I messed up, I didn't get it good. But I see differences in the spacing. But I also see some spots that are really good. Some spots are good, some spots are bad. So I kind of have to make a decision. am I just gonna keep going and no matter what happens, happens? And that'll be fine. I mean, it just won't be straight fuses. It'll be angled fuses, which very good, Scott. Very good. If you could just email me the pictures so I could pawn it off as my own. What do I want to do here? I see a big mistake coming up. It's one of the pieces I reversed. I could see the spacings off. Pretty much right coming up. My question is, am I going to have enough wire still if I cut off this beginning? Or I could start skipping 2 spaces too. And that would help a lot too. I could do that. Let me see what this measurement is here. So I want to see, I'm only going to get 4 wraps out of these, right? To put into that RDA. If I add frames on this still. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do double skip. That's going to help me with a couple things. It's going to help me not have to zigzag as many times. It's going to help the angle. It's going to skip some of them spaces. You know, I'm going to have to skip a fuse 1/3 of a full fuse, or 1/3 less of what I was doing. So I'm going to double skip and see if that gets me good. And it should. I mean, at this point, I pretty much have to pick that and just go with it. Because I'm not just going to start all over. But this all has to do with how I spaced my wire in the beginning. Any problems I have now are because of that. That's why it's very important. And I stated that in the beginning, I just didn't practice it. I didn't practice what I was preaching. Even spacing that's just a little fucked up is going to fuck up that fuse quite a bit. Even if it's just a little fucked up, it's going to give you a lot of problems. Which is kind of where I'm at. To the naked eye, the spacing looks good. Even under a microscope, it doesn't look all that bad. But man, it's pretty bad. Once you start trying to tie them together, yeah, I got to eat supper. Let me go eat supper, and I think I got this when I get back from that. I just wanted to get started on this and have a game plan. Hopefully I can come back and get into some sort of a rhythm with this. Sometimes it's hard to see whether I skipped 2 spaces or 3. There you go. I'm up to that first 40 gauge wrap here. So I'm this far down the wire. I got down to there to go. And we'll see, man. We'll see. So I'm going to cut this off now. And I'll be back to finish this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fuse the rest of this, put frames on it, and fuse it again. Wrap it up, install it into the Sub-Ohm Innovations. And hopefully it just keeps going as it's going, and I don't have too many other issues. Okay. Everybody, thank you for watching. I will be back. See you in a bit.